We have some breaking news, and I'm not talking about a broken microphone. What's up, degenerates? It's the Disc Golf World. I'm Jefferson, here with me as always, the one with all the holes in his game, Swiss Cheese. Breaking down everything you need to know from round 3 of the World Championships. If you haven't been staying up to date, check out the previous videos and subscribe to not miss out on the remaining daily round recaps. Before we get into the action, I need to say that this event has set a new bar for what majors should look like. I say that knowing that no event will ever come close to this until at least the 2029 World Championships in Estonia, but even they have an uphill battle to fight. The crew here at Finland is just on a whole nother level. I've been to a lot of professional disc golf tournaments and nothing has ever come close to this, and it's only day 3. I don't want to overglaze the event, so I'll stick to what they did at the Monster since we're done over here. For starters, the course is unbelievable. I'll give you the basic response of it's like WR Jackson, New London, etc. But honestly, I think that's disrespectful to European courses. They do it way more often and most of the time better. The fairways are well defined along with the landing zones that are necessary to hit in order to score well. If not, scrambling will become your best friend, or in reality, pain in the ass. Actually, that's the man-made greens. I'm not sure how many holes have death putts, but it feels like a lot of them. Yes, it's hard as hell, but I think the Monster might be what we've all been asking for. Testing a bit of everything while staying in the woods without feeling like it's unfair. What really separates this tournament from every other was the focus on the spectator experience. Often the greatest courses in the country absolutely suck watching in person. Felt like this was the first time this was actually taken seriously. Having bleachers on multiple holes, and if not, there was a well-defined area to watch. I'm not sure the breakdown of VIP, but from the looks of it, provided lots of opportunities to experience the best live viewing disc golf has ever seen. The bar probably was set way too high for any realistic standards, but at least we have a goal to try and reach. We've now seen what level disc golf can be at, and we should all collectively do our best to make this normal every single year. Because the play is already there, and it keeps getting better and better as the days go on. No more wasting your time. Swiss, hit the people with the FPO.
Now, the letdown may have been softened, but it still might come to a shock to some that Kristin Latt has pulled herself from the remainder of the World Championships. This following a heartbreaking post-round interview after day 1, continued putting woes or yips if you want to call them that, and her dropping further down the leaderboard after a 4-over round 3. The decision, though controversial to some, just might be the right move for Kristin at this moment. Allow some additional rest prior to heading to China for the World Games. Well, that's a maybe, as that seems to be in question now also. But this might simmer down some of the speculation that has surrounded this poor play as of late, that has run a gamut of theories and excuses, including injuries, a name change theory, the McBeastie 33-year-old drop-off, the split from her manager, contract talks, possible personal issues. Even Silver has been tossed out there simply because he's not been on the bag. Side note, I really do need to get off the Reddit comment section quickly. Getting right isn't just the best thing for her game or to start making putts again, but the best thing for her well-being at this moment. Now, let's get into the action and the players that are still competing. Though the names on tomorrow's lead card may not have changed, but the dynamic of the event just may have. As the 15-year-old Ida Latamaki showed little to no nerves by wasting no time at all to make a statement on the world stage during round 3, capturing the only birdie on the hole for the round to kick off her day. In fact, she did it twice and was only one of 3 players to even get a birdie on the hole. Yeah, she's that good. Followed that by another birdie that closed the gap on own altogether. Yet Ida wouldn't stop there, maintaining a share of the lead with an absolute huge 42-foot birdie putt on 3, which though it might upset Brody was only celebrated by her competition and teammates Owen Scoggins and Henna Blumroos. She would add another birdie going 4 under on the first 4 holes, and a par on 5 didn't stop her from birdieing 6, as only an Evelina Salonen throw-in eagle was enough to pry the coverage away from the young superstar in the making, which was still impressive even though she cooled off from there, as she went 1 over for the remainder of the round with 3 bogeys. But if she can keep it clean while maintaining a similar putting percentage, and also somehow completely blocking out the thousands of expected spectators, she just might become the youngest world champion ever. Henna's work off the tee was enough to grasp a share of the lead after a birdie on hole 15, but like we have seen time after time, her putting woes would continue with a 2-putt from inside the circle on 17, followed by a 3-putt right after on 18, both resulting in a bogey, and dropping her 2 strokes off the lead altogether. Henna has led tee to green for the entire event. Now heading back to Nokia for the remainder of the 2 days could be enough for her to grab her more than her first tour win, but a world's on top of it. Owen was able to tie Ito with a birdie on 18. And though her card mates are perceived to have an advantage on the beast, with all the experience and possibly genes just as old as their card mates, could be enough to get 2 world championships in a year. Though Silva Saarinen was unable to close the gap whatsoever today, he is still very much in the hunt with 2 days remaining. We're talking about the person with the most Elite Series wins on the card and a major to boot. Now let's get it over to Jefferson so he can start rapping about the MPO.
After crushing the course record yesterday, Ezra Aerhold was looking to extend his lead, and he would do just that on hole 1. Followed up that birdie with another on hole 2, looking to continue putting on the pressure. Wasn't able to stay clean off his drive on hole 4, and his scramble attempt didn't get much better. That would be Ezra's very first blemish on the monster, and wasn't done yet going OB the very next hole. Saved the par and got back on track with back-to-back birdies on holes 6 and 7. Right when things started to look good, Ezra would bogey again, dropping a stroke, but would quickly recover, smashing a 72-footer to keep pace with the charging Nicolas Antela. But the damage had been done, opening the door to the hometown hero, who hit a long putt on hole 9 himself to cap off a 4-hole birdie stretch, gaining 3 strokes on Ezra, who just parked hole 10 for birdie, taking that stroke immediately back. And to complete a classic game of hot potato, Antela snatched back that stroke with a birdie of his own on hole 11. Did I mention that this course has a 500-foot par 3 in the woods? Yeah, this course is seriously baller. Gainenberg did it too, but with a lot less effort, which is probably why he was able to make the 50-footer on the next hole. He decided that was plenty hard and made his birdies in the next 2 holes much more simple, just like his birdie on hole 17 to push all the way to 7 under. He would settle there after missing his birdie putt on hole 18, which was his second place tying putt. Instead, Antela would have solo possession of second with his own missed putt, which is essentially what happened to Ezra too. He only missed 2 putts from inside the circle on the round, but wasn't able to capitalize from C2. That could be the difference between a good tournament and walking away a world champion. Aaron Gossage shot the hot round of the day at 11 under, giving him the last spot on the lead card. He was one of only 2 players to eagle hole 16. Imagine if he didn't bogey the hole directly after. Sully Tipton may have slipped, but he's still tied in 4th, 3 strokes back in the lead. Nokia's beast has a lot more scoring opportunities, and I wouldn't be surprised if a few players put up some crazy numbers tomorrow to put themselves back into contention. Simon Lizotte shot a clean 9 down that pushed him up the leaderboard 24 spots into 7th place, along with 6 other players. Is that too far back, or will we see something insane go down in the championship rounds? Make sure to drop your predictions in the comment section below. And that's everything you need to know from round 3 of the Disc Golf World Championships. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already to not miss out on daily updates for the rest of the weekend.